Hello there and welcome back to another installment of SCP Readings, with your reader here, Gmodon. Today we're looking at SCP-1860. There's a link down in the description for you to follow along as I read out loud. SCP-1860 is an emaciated humanoid entity. It is 2.1 meters in height and weighs 31 kilograms. SCP-1860's head is abnormally elongated and it lacks all bodily organs besides its facial features. It is enclosed in a synthetic material which is composed of hundreds of thin, flexible strands of paper. This weave of paper has shown increased durability and flexibility compared to average paper. Attempts to identify the type of wood used to create the material have been inconclusive, with the closest match being the Hellbrunner alley. SCP-1860 remains in a kneeling position, though it will not resist any attempts to move or transport it. SCP-1860 constantly releases a stream of water-based black ink, SCP-1860-1. The source of SCP-1860-1 stems from hundreds of microscopic orifices below its waistline. Approximately 5 liters of SCP-1860-1 is produced in 24 hours. This ink has displayed no anomalous properties when not under manipulation by SCP-1860 and can be utilized normally. SCP-1860 appears to be able to telekinetically manipulate SCP-1860-1 into various forms. This usually includes musical notation, such as notes, clefs, and accidentals. SCP-1860 will suspend these forms at 0.6 meters above ground and orbit them in a clockwise motion around itself. The musical notes and symbols created directly correlate with the rhythm of SCP-1860's vocal part during a performance. SCP-1860 continuously sings various arias and overtures from operas and will only take 5-second rests between each selection. SCP-1860 is capable of altering its voice to match the various vocal styles necessary to perform a song: soprano, alto, baritone, and tenor. In the case of an overlying harmony and melody, it will simultaneously sing both roles, though subjects will only view it singing the melody. It is also capable of mimicking a female or adolescent voice if called for in the music it is singing. No underlying relationships regarding the selection of music have been found, as all songs are chosen from various countries and eras. SCP-1860 was recovered underneath a burnt shack at the edge of the blank fairgrounds. SCP-1860 was found humming quietly, with several minuscule instances of SCP-1860-1. Searches of the surrounding area has recovered several non-anomalous artifacts, bearing labels of Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting. Recovered materials from SCP-1860's vicinity include burned posters speaking of its mystical singing ability, a retreat from the overwhelmed. Forensics agents have determined that the fire to have started approximately 5 hours prior to the arrival of Foundation personnel. Incident 1860-A. On August 10th, 1990 a 14cm tear in the material surrounding SCP-1860 appeared. A collective sound of what is assumed to be hundreds of separate human voices was released, reaching 158 decibels. SCP-1860 was then seen to bend over and cover the tear from view of personnel and repaired it in approximately 8 seconds. 2 personnel suffered hearing loss, bringing about the addition of sound-canceling material into SCP-1860's containment chamber. SCP-1860 was recorded to have stated, "I apologize for that. Serves me right, making my only listeners deaf." It then began to sing Va Pensiero by Giuseppe Verdi. Addendum 1860-B. Once SCP-1860 was proven to be able to respond to external stimuli, an attempt for further communication was attempted by overseeing researcher Dr. Montalvo. SCP-1860 appeared to ignore all questions, and continued to sing the following song. Upon later inspection, it was found that SCP-1860 had sung altered lyrics from Conservati Fidele, a concert aria produced by Mozart. The following is a rough translation from Italian. "Stay and remain faithful, think how I grieve alone here, and sometimes at the least, remember me. While I by power of song, talking to my own heart, converse with thee. People came and heard, my loving voice was in need, as one of the first, the secrets I've heard, they bleed. One day I'll tell you of my creation and life with the circus, born from the ringmaster, his breed. My Fuller, so wise, and his friend's upside-down face have learned much more than you think." However, SCP-1860 has not responded to further questioning from personnel. Incident 1860-B. SCP-1860 stopped singing at an unknown time in the AM on an unknown date, continuing to kneel while looking downwards. Upon showing no intent to continue singing, a D personnel was ordered to inspect SCP-1860 for any physical changes or development of new properties. Upon entering the containment chamber, SCP-1860 began to sing the main chorus to Don't Forget Me from the musical Smash. 8 liters of SCP-1860-1 was generated during this performance, mainly from SCP-1860's eyes. SCP-1860 altered several lines of Don't Forget Me and replaced them with He Forgot Me. No further deviations in behavior were recorded after the song. I actually really like this SCP. When I first saw it, the picture of it, it was off-putting, it was creepy. But the more you read into this, it seems like this SCP is just very misunderstood. It seems like it just wants people to hear it sing, and especially judging by the time that it got ripped open, and several people went deaf because of it. It apologized for that, and it doesn't seem to want to hurt anybody, just wants to sing. The design of the SCP itself reminds me a lot of the Armless Man from the Silent Hill series, which is probably one of my favorite monsters from Silent Hill because it's creepy. Also with the fluids it excretes, and it just reminds me a lot of the Armless Man and the Lying Figure from Silent Hill 2. As for me, I'd love to sit and listen to this thing sing because a lot of the arias it sings, they're beautiful and they're wonderful. I love that kind of music. As I said, I really enjoy this SCP. So that has been SCP-1860. Thank you for joining me on this reading. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.